Talk about disgrace. So, you know, one of the things that Trump ran on and MAGA gets very excited about is the Epstein files, Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Isn't it kind of weird that they hate Jeffrey Epstein? They think Jeffrey Epstein was a monster. He was. Unbelievable monster. And they want the files, they want to get the names, they want to get all that because they believe there's some names of left people on the list, of people of the left. So they want the files. But they hate Jeffrey Epstein. Tate, they love. Tate, they love. Jeffrey Epstein, Isn't it interesting? You'd think that if they love Tate, they'd love Jeffrey Epstein. And if they hated Jeffrey Epstein, they'd also hate Tate. But that would require consistency. That would require principles. And here's the principle. There's only one principle that animates MAGA, and indeed that animates Trump. If the left likes it, we hate it. If the left hates it, we love it. The left hates Tate. And the left hates Putin. Okay, we have to love Tate and Putin. Plus, they're strong, masculine men. Jeffrey Epstein was of the left. So we hate Jeffrey Epstein. That's it. To understand MAGA, you just have to understand one principle. It's the anti-left. That's it. I mean, anti-left in the most superficial, ridiculous way. Anyway, one of the promises Trump made was he was going to release the so-called Epstein files. These are files, supposedly, that the FBI has that identifies all Jeffrey Epstein's clients. And if you want to know more about my views on Jeffrey Epstein, just one of my most watched videos is my commentary on Epstein. You can just look Yaron Brook Epstein in YouTube, and you'll find the videos where I talk about this. But it is the case that there are files, supposedly, that name names, that have the lists, that give us everything. And today, the Justice Department released the Epstein files, right? And guess what? They released the files with nothing new in them. And they didn't release it to journalists. They released it to all kinds of, Twitter grifters. There was nothing in there that we didn't already know. The flight logs, already public information. Contact sheets, public information. All these records have already been seen, already been analyzed, already been discussed. There was no big reveal. Now, supposedly there are more files, and supposedly the Attorney General is looking for them. But it is interesting that all records of Donald Trump, it seems, were redacted. That'll be interesting. Be interesting what happens when they find the rest of the files, if they ever do, and they release them, and maybe it doesn't look too well for a lot of different people. So that is where we're at. The Jeffrey Epstein files were exactly where we were before. Donald Trump promised them. Promise not quite fulfilled yet. We'll see if they ever get fulfilled. All right, let's see. I have no evidence. I have lots of evidence. Didn't Epstein videotape everyone as well? That's the claim. Everybody claims he videotapes everyone, but nobody's seen the videotapes. Nobody's found the videotapes. If the Justice Department has the videotapes, they have not released them or not let anybody know they have them. My guess is that Jeffrey Epstein had whatever people he had when he was first arrested destroy those tapes. Those tapes were probably burnt somewhere. I doubt if anybody has them. They're gone. And they're gone because he had, it took a very long time from when he was arrested to when his island was inspected. During that time it took to go to the island, all kinds of shenanigans could have happened. But it's all gone. I mean, I'm hoping that we do get a lot more of the Epstein files about his death and about his clients and all of that. I mean, I think the best thing we could do, like in everything, is justice. But then it has to be justice towards everybody, including if those files include people on the right, not just people on the left. And I don't think this Justice Department is capable of actual justice. I think this Justice Department is as biased, is even more biased than the Justice Departments under Obama and Biden. And as a consequence, I don't think we'll know the truth, not for a long time, about what happened with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, he was a creep, a disgusting human being. It is truly sad that so many people obviously cooperated with him. Cooperated is one word. Partied is another word with him. There's no question the Clintons were involved. There's no question that others were involved on that island. We don't have proof, but we have suggestive evidence, flight logs and the such. And a lot of people were incredibly friendly with Jeffrey Epstein, had dinners with him. There's a whole list. The list is there. We've all seen the list. And it's ugly. And it's ugly. It's ugly in terms of who the people are. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people have lost their careers because of being on that list. Other people hasn't touched you. So it is interesting.